Yeah, we weren't very good. UConn had almost everything to do with that. Thought they really knocked us out of our rhythm offensively. And then, you know, our first shot defense was really good. You know, much like the games we played against them last year. You know, they were really two tough, hard-nosed defensive teams that try to take away what the other team does well. And I thought we did a decent job of that, but we couldn't keep them off the glass. And if you let this team get on the glass and you let them get out, you know, when you turn it over, a live ball turnovers, it's an odd, you know, they're going to score. They're just elite at that.
Questions?
Coach, you've been obviously looking at them on film without Creighton. Obviously, Creighton comes into the game. Can you kind of describe just the impact that he had or has when he's in the field?
Well, his impact is you know, obviously offensively is one thing, but defensively is, you know, his ability to protect the rim is elite. You know, much like we have Kalkbrenner down there that you know can block some shots and discourage some shots. And you know, I think Donovan's the same way. It's not just the ones he blocks; it's the ones you don't take because he's there that don't show up in a stat sheet, but they certainly impact the other team's offense.
What about their defense made it so tough to score on them?
Well, you know, we didn't make any shots, especially early, to loosen it up. And you know, they were aggressive when Kalkbrenner touched it, getting it out of there. But you know, they're active. They've you know, we got a lot of length, and you know, they're a really good defensive team.
Are you surprised by the rebounding totals?
Yeah, because it's you know, we're not we're not necessarily built at a couple positions to win those one-on-one battles, but it's something we've talked about for 3 days. And you have to figure out a way to win those. You know, if you got Caravan one-on-one on a blockout, you got to find a way to get him out of there. And you know, same thing. Castle got in there a couple times. You know, you've got to go to them. If you let them come to you, you're going to lose those battles around the rim.
What have you kind of seen from the league this year? It seems there's a lot of, you know, really one about any given night kind of thing.
Yeah, as I just told the team, you know, I think the difference, you know, obviously a couple teams are struggling, but the difference between the top and 8th or 9th place is razor thin, and it's execution, it's, you know, shot making, it's being disciplined enough to play for 40 minutes, and you know, we had stretches where we played okay, and stretches where, you know, our offense was anemic, and that's not going to win in this league.
Coach, you play in a lot of tough environments around the league. Coming in here, students back, $2 beer night. You know, there's a lot. Number one for the first time. You know, how are you approaching it coming in here? And was the crowd even maybe more intense than you thought it might be?
Yeah, it was great. You know, it must. I don't know what your taxes must be higher out here. We have $1 beer night. But it was a great crowd, great college basketball environment, and you know, obviously, UConn deservedly is ranked number 1 in the country, and everybody should be excited about that. You know, that creates you know, not that UConn needs a bigger target on their back. I don't think it matters what the ranking is next to their name, because they're a heck of a team. But you know, they responded to that with a lot of maturity. And you know, the crowd certainly impacts the game in this building especially.
To see this group on tape and then to see them live, it looks like different parts from last year. Are they a little different live than they are on tape?
Yeah. I mean, I think defensively, I was probably more impressed in person than I was on tape. Offensively, they've been incredibly efficient, and I thought we were able to disrupt some of the things they were attempting to do tonight. You know, like I said, 62 points. I don't know how many possessions there were in the game. You know, probably around 60 or 62. So, you know, 1 point per possession in their building, you should have a chance to win. But they're extremely unselfish. You know, and they've done a good job of filling in the pieces from last year. I think Spencer's brings a lot to the table, certainly. And, you know, the combination of Johnson and Klingon, you know, the way Caravan has, I think, elevated his game from a year ago. And then obviously, you know, Tristan Newton, I thought, hit 2 just back-breaking shots early when we had a little bit of a lead, and had a chance maybe to stretch it. He goes back-to-back threes and I think ties the game. But that's what he does. I mean, he's made big shots for him all season long.